Hello friends, it's Yusuf on Tuesday, the 1st of October 2024. It's officially the last quarter of the year and I've had a really frustrating day. I was planning to work from home so that I could facilitate building and electrical works that were meant to be completed, and instead I ended up managing yet more issues that arose and I didn't get to do any of the work that I needed to do. I popped into the studio and did a little bit of preparation work, and then I've been sitting here for over an hour trying to record this video again and again and again. And I think I'm finding it frustrating because yesterday I announced on Instagram that I recorded my first YouTube video and it was going to go live, and people responded to that. And so maybe there was some pressure around that, knowing that I had publicly committed to recording and publishing, and that got me thinking about what I was going to say today, and therefore I wasn't doing it off the cuff, and I started to overthink about the date that I record on the video and the date that it's going to go live. Should I be saying the date that I'm going to publish it? But of course it doesn't really matter because people could be watching it at any time. But here I am on the 100th take. What do I want to talk about today? Well, I've been accepted onto this program called London Made Me, and it gives me and other creatives an opportunity to have a retail space in central London for the month of December. And it's really exciting, but it also means that I have to make stock. And so I've been working to get all of the components together so that I can really get my head down and make. Because from next week we are on a course as part of that program. It's full-time for 2 weeks, so that actually takes a lot of making time away. And then I believe we have 6 weeks between the end of that program and shop fit and shop launch. So it's going to be really busy from here on out. And I have no idea how much stock I have to make because I've never been in that location. One of the reasons why I wanted to go for this opportunity is because in the past I have tried markets and different selling events and they haven't been right for me, not the right audience. So as I think about what I want to do next, I think this will be a really good test for me to be in a central London location with my products to test how the market responds, and based on that, what I would like to do next. Because one of the main ideas that I have about what I'd like to do next is that I would like to have something that's more public facing, where I can interact with people and have a space for my products, have a space for potentially other people's leather products, and have a workshop space, and also to be working where I can be seen, and hopefully have other people in the space working together also, so I'm not in there alone, because that's another change that I really feel, is that I don't want to be working on my own. And I don't exactly know how that will look, but those are some of the things that I feel that I want to change, because in my studio I am on my own. And of course working with other people has different challenges, but it's definitely something that I would like to change. So I think it's going to be really exciting, and I always love talking with people and interacting with people and sharing my craft with people. And they have asked us if we could work throughout our time in the shop, and that actually is really beneficial for me because I want to make a new collection of handbags, but I won't realistically be able to do them and have them ready for the shop. So I'm going to attempt to have them ready up to a stage that I can then be sewing them whilst I'm in the shop, and hopefully people will want to buy them and they can maybe even do a few stitches and then choose the one they want and have that delivered to them after Christmas. That's my idea about the activities that I'm going to do in the shop, of course together with leather education and some of my regular workshops. I think it'll be a really good location to put leather on the map by being in central London. I'm looking forward to the location announcement. It should be pretty soon. Last year they had a really nice location on Carnaby Street. I did go there and it looked really cool. So I can't wait for that. And then what else is going on for me? Well, I guess I have to make decisions. I am trying to take more cues from what's going on in my life, and for example, where I'm living, I know that I don't want to be staying there for much longer because it's really far from the studio. It's an hour and a half each way, and that's going to be really hard as I get busy preparing for the shop and also as it gets dark and cold and wet. So it's probably not something I'm going to change this quarter because there'll be too much. I am going to focus on just getting everything ready for the shop. But thinking about what I want to do next for my living arrangements, I've always been fortunate enough to live in really nice places with really good rental agreements somehow, or arrangements. It's something that's always worked out for me, and now that I'm going to, well, potentially be living on my own, I can't grasp how I can do that with the astronomical rents in London. And I don't want to be, I don't know what comes first, delusional thinking or astronomical rents, but I can't quite figure out how I would match up my income to those, because again, I don't have a regular income stream at the moment. And that chicken and egg scenario, I guess it's like, what do I do first? So that's something I want to change, and obviously not working on my own is something that I want to change. So I realised obviously that I'm going to have to make those decisions. They may well not become apparent to me, but I think definitely taking cues from what does come easily and what doesn't come easily, because I have noticed that when I don't get things, so when I apply for things and I don't get them, I focus on trying to get them more, and I don't focus on the easy wins, so the things that I apply for or try to do and that they just happen. And instead I should be focusing more on those, because those are clues as to things that, let's just say, the universe is saying that I should be focusing on. And instead I focus on the things that I'm not getting and try even harder because somehow they reflect me being a failure. And I think on every path, maybe there are certain markers that people get, and it's really hard to let go of those and think, well, just because I'm not getting them does not mean that I'm a failure. because we all have different paths. And I think that's something that I need to reflect on more, because my path is definitely different than a lot of other people around me. And I've also noticed that I very rarely, if ever, get anything through an application process. So all of the opportunities, or most of the opportunities that I have had over the past few years, have come about through conversations with people, putting myself in places and meeting people and having conversations with them, and things happening as a result of those. And that's actually what I need to do more of. And it's scary because at the moment I don't have things in the pipeline, and I'm spending a lot of money buying stock and materials to prepare for the shop because it is quite an investment. So yeah, it's scary to do all of those things, and it'll all work out, but it's scary nonetheless. So I've managed at the 11th hour, and now I've got to go because I've got to meet friends to help me finally fix the washing machine. It's been a month. I've come back from Italy and I really would like to wash some clothes. Wish me luck, and I hope it's going to be easier tomorrow. Oh, thanks for watching.